this is Ruby reporting for Kea Kids News. Our family's cat has returned home 8 years after he disappeared. Let's go meet Pippi the cat who has finally returned home. Tell us about Pippi's life story.
Pippi was our cat for 5 years and we decided to rehome him. And when we rehomed him, he got lost and he was lost for 8 years.
What was it like during the 8 years that Pippi was lost?
It was really hard on my 6-year-old. Her name's Caitlin. She was really sad that Pippi had been lost and she told me that she felt really guilty that we'd given him away and he'd gotten lost from being given away. We used to drive out on the highway where we had rehomed him to wind down the window and slow right down and call his name. We were always looking for him.
Where do you think Pippi was during the 8 years?
Pippi was probably crossing farmlands and going through forests, but we always knew that he was alive somewhere. Just had that feeling that, you know, maybe one day he was going to come home.
How do you think Pippi survived so long in the wild?
He was a really good hunter. I bet he was eating rats and mice and maybe some fish along the way or some frogs. He's probably been on an amazing adventure.
Pippi made the journey from Parakwai Valley to Wheretoa. It's 16-kilometre by road, but a lot further over farms, through forests and across the streams, only to get locked in a shed. Tell us more about the shed that Pippi was locked in.
Pippi was locked in a shed for 8 weeks. He had no food in there, but he had a water source, and because he had a water source, that was how he was able to stay alive.
Until he was finally found and taken to the local vet. How did you find out he returned home?
He was microchipped and the vet scanned the microchip and my name and my details came up and then they phoned me to tell me. I was so shocked.
What was Pippi's condition when he was found?
He was quite dehydrated, so he had to stay at the vet for 3 days and be intravenously fed.
Did Pippi recognise you guys?
He was inside a cage and as soon as we began calling his name, he was standing up, trying to push himself up and meowing.
How did your daughter react when she saw Pippi for the first time?
She was really nervous. He was really small, he was really underweight, but when she crouched down, he was just all over her. He was trying to push her over, he was rubbing up against her and he was meowing and he kept going backwards and forwards. He was just so excited.
How has Pippi settled in since he's been home?
Oh my goodness, he's so hungry. He wants to eat all the time. He's having 3 sachets a day. Come on, come on. Ooh, yummy. Come on then. Here you go, come on. Yes, I've already had one today, but I'll have another one, no problems.
Tell us about some of the fun stuff that Pippi does.
He sleeps on the washing machine. He doesn't like sleeping in a bed. And if you ask him to lie down, he'll lie down. He puts his head on the pillow and he waits for you to cover him up.
What are you going to do with Pippi now he's home?
He's going to be living like a king and eating tuna in spring water for the rest of his life.
It's great to have you home, Pippi. Your family really missed you. This has been Ruby reporting for Kea Kids News.